In the midst of a thick jungle, a small squad of American soldiers gathered, each nodding in silent agreement. Their target, a fortified Japanese bunker hidden within the dense foliage. As the signal was given, a wave of firepower erupted. Mortars, machine guns, and snipers unleashed their fury, while smoke grenades shrouded the battlefield. Unseen by the Japanese soldiers, a lone flamethrower operator crept closer, heart pounding. With each step, explosions and gunfire seemed to crescendo, until suddenly, the flamethrower roared to life. A massive flame shot forward, engulfing the bunker in an inferno. For a few fleeting seconds, silence fell, broken only by the crackling of burning wood. Smoke curled from the bunker, carrying the scent of charred remains. Inside, nothing was left unscathed. The flamethrower operator, whose chances of surviving such missions were slim, had defied the odds this time. During World War II, these harrowing flamethrower attacks were vital in overcoming the stubborn resistance of Japanese forces in the Pacific, leaving behind tales of bravery and destruction. This particular mission was just one of many. In this video, we'll explore these incredible stories and uncover the strategies behind these powerful weapons. From ancient battlefields to modern warfare, fire has been wielded as a weapon. It all started with the formidable Greek fire, a mysterious and flammable liquid dating back to the 7th century, believed to be a mix of quicklime and naphtha. This weapon was especially feared in naval battles because it ignited upon contact with water. Despite its ancient origins, the true composition of Greek fire remains a mystery, adding to its legendary status. Fast forward to World War I, where fire weapons were refined and eventually saw their most extensive use during World War II. These fiery weapons posed a double-edged threat, devastating to the enemy, yet perilous for the operators who had to get dangerously close, just a few meters away from their targets. In 1915, German forces introduced the flamethrower, a weapon that transformed trench warfare during World War I. Its first significant appearance was at the Battle of Verdun. However, mastering this weapon was fraught with danger, as an unexpected gust of wind turned the flames back on the soldiers, resulting in the deaths of 20 French soldiers in a devastating blaze. A soldier's experience on the battlefield can be devastating, with severe injuries and psychological wounds that can be difficult to heal. Burned skin requires careful treatment, while nightmares, flashbacks, and eerie memories can tarnish the victim's mental health. Fires consuming surrounding oxygen-drained bunkers and pillboxes, causing a lack of oxygen. Soldiers who avoided direct flames are at risk due to lethal carbon monoxide in smoke and fumes, which can poison those trying to escape. After a few minutes, soldiers may pass out from the poisonous vapors. The flamethrower, initially used by the German army during World War I, underwent significant development before being widely used during World War II. Early models required 2 operators to load fuel and control the nozzle, causing fear on battlefields. Design improvements increased the efficiency of flamethrowers by World War II, allowing single-person operation with the reduced weight and greater range of the German Flammenwerfer 35 and American M1 and M2. These weapons were used to drive Japanese forces out of deep jungles during the Pacific Theater, breaking deadlocks and liberating trenches and bunkers. The flamethrowers often represented a threatening approach, forcing adversaries to flee rather than confront the flames. Flamethrower operators faced extreme risk due to their efficiency, as they were easily targeted by enemy fire, particularly from snipers. The battlefield was focused on them, making their mission extremely risky. They relied on their fellow soldiers for backup and cover, and death rates for flamethrower operators were among the highest. with a 92% mortality rate on Iwo Jima. Operators who were apprehended faced terrible outcomes, often subjected to cruel torture or execution upon capture. Their position on the battlefield made them targets not only in battle, but also if they ended up in the hands of the enemy. In Iwo Jima, a malfunctioning flamethrower left an operator helpless, and 2 Japanese troops seized the opportunity to take him prisoner. The Japanese troops' actions were audible to his fellow soldiers for 2 days, highlighting the tremendous risk faced by flamethrower operators both on the battlefield and as a result of being caught. The American M2 flamethrower was a significant advancement in flamethrowing weapons during World War II. It weighed around 70 pounds and had a range of 20 to 40 yards, allowing operators to engage enemy positions from a safe distance. The M2 flamethrower required a sophisticated mechanism to operate, with flammable liquid stored in one tank and pressurized gas used as propellant in the other. The operator would regulate gasoline release using a portable wand with a trigger mechanism. The flamethrower ignited fuel, resulting in a continuous stream of fire. The flame could be maintained for 7 to 10 seconds in a single burst, often enough to clear an enemy position or have a significant psychological effect. The M2 flamethrower's overall firing capacity depended on the amount of gasoline in the tanks. Despite its effectiveness, its weight and requirement for close proximity to the target made it difficult to transport and use. The American Army significantly improved the tactical usefulness of flamethrowers by converting them for use in vehicles. These vehicle-mounted flamethrowers, often retrofitted onto tanks or armored vehicles, provided a more mobile and secure platform for projecting fire at enemy positions. The M1A1 flamethrower tank, modeled after the Sherman tank, used a flamethrower nozzle instead of the primary cannon, ensuring the crew was protected while the tanks unleashed a deadly barrage of fire. The Zippo tanks, also known as M113 armored personnel carriers, were another notable variant that saw extensive service during the Vietnam War. These vehicles had larger fuel reserves and could hold fire longer and cover more distance. However, they also had weaknesses, as enemy forces frequently used mines, grenades, and anti-tank weaponry against the tanks. Operations planning focused on safeguarding these vehicles and ensuring they could approach their objectives without being disabled. Vehicle-mounted flamethrowers were used in close cooperation with infantry and other military branches to optimize their efficacy and reduce hazards to friendly forces. The use of flamethrowers in battle has been a topic of debate due to their potential to cause severe psychological and bodily harm. Studies suggest that the rapid heat and oxygen depletion from these weapons may lead to quicker and less painful deaths, potentially causing instant unconsciousness. However, the severe psychological and bodily harm caused by these weapons is often contested. In 1980, a global pact was established to limit the use of weapons that cause severe injury or needless suffering. Although not explicitly forbidden, several countries have been persuaded to reduce or stop using flamethrowers in combat. As a result, their use in combat is now rare, but some nations may still possess them. The flamethrower's legacy in military history is complicated by the moral discussions it generated, and while it was successful in eliminating enemy positions, it also raised concerns about its potential humanitarian effects. Share your thoughts. What do you think about flamethrowers and their usage in war? Check out our playlist on German planes from World War II. Or check out our other playlist on American bombers from World War II.